So with this group, I recorded an album back in 2020. We released it at the end of 2020. And during the pandemic, obviously we couldn't play any concerts, so a lot of interplay happened during live streams, which was a very unusual situation for us. But even though we missed the crowd a lot, I'm still very proud that we grew as a collective, and the interplay developed like gig after gig. So I decided I wanted to have a follow-up record as soon as possible, and fortunately these guys were up for it as well. So where the first record consists of compositions that were created throughout the space of 10 years, this new one was created in the space of 6 months maybe. I wrote a lot of these compositions in like a couple of weeks, and then we just went back to the same studio where we recorded the first one, so we all knew what sound we wanted. It's a combination of like modern jazz stuff, but then the production and the sound is very old school, very vintage. So on top of a quartet, as usual, we dubbed it with a lot of mellotron, vibraphone, Hammond organ, stuff like that. 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I think what changed mostly between the first record and the second record is like with the first one I had a very clear idea of what these songs should sound like. I spent a lot of time on pre-production and arranging up front. And with this one, because everything happened so fast, I'm still learning the meaning, even though we already recorded everything and everything's basically finished. And now I get the idea that this one is more about nostalgia, but it's, in hindsight, it's very strange actually. However, because I know Jamie better now, because I know Thomas better, because I know Jelle better, a lot of it went very smoothly, and yeah, very happy about that. Well, I'm discovering I'm more nostalgic than I thought I was. I first visited this studio a couple of years ago for a record with Benjamin Herman called Project S, and I just immediately fell in love with all the instruments that they had up there, because I liked using those sounds before, but I never really got the opportunity to use the real ones. I always had sampled versions of it, or whether it was in plugins or in keyboards, I always used the fake stuff. And in this studio I could finally use some real, like I actually played the vibraphone myself, even though I cannot play that instrument at all. So that was fun. And yeah, like before you hear music and you can define it in melody or harmony or rhythm, we all hear a sound, and I always wondered about what music sounds like, and especially in jazz, because jazz is all about the players and all about what's happening in real time. I thought, how about we use our creative talents as musicians, but on top of that use the studio as a separate band member actually. So that's basically how this sound came alive.